I'm willing to bet that this is feeling like the tour for the album that never ends. How many times have you been through North America on this first record?
You're making me feel unwelcome. I don't.
No, I mean you're always welcome here. Just how many times have you had to do this?
I think we've done. Is it four?
It's our fourth time.
Four tours on this record, and we've been sort of touring elsewhere in the gaps. So it's sort of just been a constant thing, really.
I guess that's the way you have to do it if you're going to establish a band and a record first time out, right?
I think so, especially like over here. From like, I mean, it's the distances that we have to cover at home are just not the same. There's not any fly gigs at home like.
Well, you get in the van, you drive a couple of hours, and you're at the next gig, if that.
We did our sort of first tour of England really after our first tour of America, and it was so nice. We're like always surprised that we're already at the destination.
So with I guess has it been almost 2 years?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
We work in months. How many months?
No idea.
I don't know. We don't know.
Lost
but
track.
Yeah. We're getting to the end of this one, and we're sort of about to
You must be coming to the end
move
of the whole
on
thing.
to the next thing. Really.
What happens with a band that has the same record, having to play those songs over and over again, night after night, often for brand new crowds? I mean, how do you manage to maintain the interest in that?
That's the thing, the brand new crowd, really. The audience kind of determines the night, usually, I think. But for me, we don't play the songs the same every night.
Well, that's my question. Now, when you recorded the songs originally for the album, they appeared in one form. Have any of the songs changed over the last 2 years into something more?
They've grown. I think there's some songs especially that have just turned into like monsters, like from how they began. And
Well, give me an example.
well, there's a song called Impossible, and on the record it's relatively held back, and it's kind of piano. It's kind of pretty. It's pretty, I guess. It's kind of this thing. But now it's our set closer. It's like 10 minutes long, and ends in just, I don't know, like a mini rave.
So
there you go.
that brings up a good point too. I mean, you started with a set list with songs in a certain order because that's where you felt they belonged in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Has the set order changed because the reaction from the audiences have been different?
Well, there's some bits where it mirrors the record, and I think just those songs sound really good together. I think the beginning of our gig for most of this year has been the beginning of the record, which people sort of seem to react to, or just they just recognise it, I guess. But yeah, I think the challenge for us is when we do come back the next time with some new songs, is to sort of make a new show with a combination of what we come up with next and what we've had from before.
With these 2 years on the road, are there any good stories? Anything that you'll write down and either A, tell your kids, or B, protect your kids from?
What? How do you know about my kids? I don't know, really. Yeah, there's millions. There's stuff every day. Like, it's often that when we get back to a city, that jogs a memory of things that have happened last time. It's like having a series of flashbacks, like, because we have the same crew and stuff. So we're like, oh yeah, there's the curb I slept on, or whatever.
Did the Twilight soundtrack, did that help you at all?
In a way, I suppose, yeah. I suppose it introduced that song and the band to a bunch of people that maybe wouldn't have heard of us before. We had a few people show up to the show who were a little younger.
Because a little gothier.
But getting on a soundtrack with that kind of standing, I mean, there was a lot of competition to get a song by many bands on that soundtrack, because obviously the Twilight franchise is a huge thing, and getting a record on there or getting a song on there would be a big deal. Do you know how you managed to do that, or who did that for you?
Yeah, we recorded some extra songs for the record, but then we ran out of time, so they were almost like demos. They were kind of the bare bones of some things. And then one of those recordings, in the meantime, snuck out of the studio somehow, and found its way onto the desk of, what's the lady's name?
Alex.
That's over. And yeah, and then next thing we know, we read it in the newspaper.
Oh,
Yeah, well, we phoned up our manager and said, what's this about? And then we heard what song it was, and we were like, why do they have that song? So we were like semi sort of curious, but it worked out well, and I don't know. It's nice to have another thing released that not from the record. I think it's sort of
branches things out a little
so
bit.
like a little in between
Yeah.
song between the records.
So you must have a whack of new material written and almost ready to go.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? You'd think so.
After 2 years on the road and all that space between gigs, especially through 4 tours of duty in North America, yeah. Do you?
I think what we have is we all have our own pieces of work, because we all write in the band, and we all have our own pieces of work now that we will bring together and see what combining them is going to create. So although we probably have the elements for the next record, but not any idea what it's going to turn out like.
Do you have any preferences for a producer or a location or anything like that?
Well, we're planning on using our producer that we used for the first record, Ian Davenport. I think we had a kind of limited time frame and a limited, I don't know, it was just like an introduction the first time. I don't think we've come to the end of what's possible as working together with him. So we're going to carry on and see what creatively we can come up with. And location, I just think, that we will change that and just see if we can be inspired by working somewhere else or a couple of places. So.
Well, you've had a chance to see the world, so you could go just about anywhere, if budget's permitting.
Well, yeah, there's talk of coming back to Canada just for the initial period of making the record. So, yeah, I think we always get inspired up here. So
I got a couple of studios for you around here that would do really well with you.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't
Talk
know.
to me about it. I'll set you up.
I know about hockey now, so maybe I can fit into the local landscape a bit better.
I guess that would have been a bit of a culture shock coming this way. Cricket, football, rugby, and then coming into North America where it's a different kind of football, hockey, basketball, and baseball.
Yeah, our tour manager is the big hockey fan. He's from LA. I just think that's funny. Like, even if they have a team down there, I think that's just. And Phoenix have a team, right? Is that right?
Phoenix has a team.
Yeah.
Los
Phoenix-
Angeles has 2 teams.
To have an ice hockey team when you have to spray water on the street to keep everyone cool, I think it's just hilarious.
Weird thing, I was in Dubai a couple of weeks ago.
Do they have a hockey team?
They have a skating rink inside one of the shopping malls.
Yeah.
And it's all decked out for hockey, so all the expats, all the Canadian expats go and play hockey in the mall when they get a chance. And then in another mall, there's a ski hill. So it's 47 degrees outside. The cars are melting in the parking lot, but inside it's -3 and snowing. And people are in rented parkas and ski pants, and they're actually on snowboards coming down the hill inside the mall.
Well, you've decided that we'll make the next record in Dubai. There you go.
Well, good luck with the remainder of this tour, and maybe the next time we see you, you'll have some new material for us, and you have some new road stories.
Yeah, I'll try really hard.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot.
Thanks.